Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're going to talk about what happened to the actual Squad 51 Emergency 1 Dodge truck. And as you can see here, this is a replica of that truck. This is the LJN toy line of the Emergency 1 truck, and there's Johnny Gage and Roy DeSoto that go with the truck. But we're going to talk about what happened to the original emergency truck, which is now located in Bellflower, California. So I will take you through a virtual tour, but first we're going to talk about the actual fire station, which is in Carson, California. The actual fire station is called Station 127, and it's in its original splendor. It looks like nothing has changed at the fire station. And here's a Google map of it. And I believe you could visit the fire station. I've heard they give tours of the fire station when, there's nothing actually happening and they have time to do so. But here's the map, and it really still looks the same. I mean, if you were driving by, you'd be like, wow, there's the emergency fire station, and there's a plaque to commemorate Robert A. Senator. Robert A. Senator had an involvement with the Los Angeles County Fire Department that began in 1971 when he filmed a pilot television movie about the county's up-and-coming paramedic program. And I believe the original fire station, the Squad 51's fire station, was based out of Compton in the 1960s. But they actually made this the fire station in the TV series. And this fire station was built, I believe, around the 1970s, 1972. But you could see the engine 127 in front of it, and then you could see Robert A. Senator's name on the building to commemorate him, to honor him. They put his name on there. Okay, so we're actually inside the virtual tour, and as you can see there, they have a commemorative plaque on the floor here. And this is the Los Angeles County Fire Museum, and this is on my to-do list. I'm certainly going to go to this museum once everything opens up again. And I believe this museum is open on Wednesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I believe it's free of charge, but I highly recommend donating money to the museum because they did such an awesome job, with the fire museum and what have you, which also houses the Emergency 1 artifacts too. So, but here's the truck. This is the Squad 51. This is the actual truck used in the TV series. This is not a replica. This is the Dodge D300. It's a 440 cubic inch gasoline ran engine, and we'll just kind of go around the truck and just kind of get a virtual tour of it. And it's just beautiful. Look at it. It's like a shiny red apple, man. So nice to see that it, they were able to at least, salvage one of the actual trucks used in the TV series. And there is a little story behind this truck. There was a gentleman who salvaged the truck. He said that the truck caught fire on the way to the museum, and it almost literally destroyed the truck, the fire. But he was able to get the fire out in time to save this truck from, total disaster. And I believe he also stated that the brakes went out on this too. So all these things were happening to this truck while he was trying to, get this thing over to the museum. But if you've heard differently, I would like to hear from you through the comments. And also, if you know where the other two trucks are, please let me know in the comments. It would be a great you know, it would be awesome to know where the other two trucks are. But here you are. This is the 1974 and its original Splendor. Here's the back of the truck. This is like one of the most, you know, familiar parts of the truck in the TV show. And there's the oxygen tanks in the back. And it's cool how you could see the top of the truck. It's like you actually getting on top of the truck. It's pretty cool, but I'm sure they won't allow you to really do that if you're in the museum. So this is just kind of a bird's eye view of the museum. Okay, so we're behind the Squad 51 truck, but here's the actual fire uniforms, LA County fire uniforms used in the TV series Emergency 1. And I believe this is Johnny Gage or Roy DeSoto's uniform here that was actually worn on the TV series. And you can see the equipment in front of the uniforms, the fire coat and everything. So let's go over a little to the right here. So right there, Johnny Gage and then Roy DeSoto. Here are their actual uniforms. Their shirt, pants. And then just below the foot there, you see the actual phone that was used to contact Rampart Hospital. And then they would talk to the doctor and give him the diagnosis. And like, Rampart, we have a reading of blah, 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 over 80, blood pressure, blah, blah, blah. You know, it was really cool. I just missed that show. And then over here is like more equipment, I believe, that was used in the TV series as well. And it's just really cool that they have all this stuff, you know, that you could see at the museum. And this is so on my to-do list to go to this museum. I mean, I just totally love this show. And then this is just other equipment that was probably used in the TV series. And then there's some like old toys, like that red fire hat I had Mantooth sign for me at a recent Hollywood show, and then I had him sign my other action figure that you don't see. But now we're in the we're going through the other part of the museum. This is where this is called the shop. This is not really the actual like museum where you can, you know, this is where they fix all the equipment. But here's I believe it's called the LaFrance fire truck. It's made by LaFrance. And this truck dates back to around 1974. So this one was the fire truck that replaced the other fire truck, which was from the 1960s. It was like an open, it was like open. It didn't have a roof over it. Like, it was just completely open, as if it was like a convertible. But here you are. And then this is just kind of the aerial view. This is on top of the truck, of course. And then this is just the aerial view of the whole shop. And it looks like we're preparing all the other fire trucks. And I'm sure to get a lot of firefighters and paramedic people from across the country just flocking to this museum, you know, to see all the old equipment used and what have you. And it's I guess it's a great learning tool of how, like, the technology and being a paramedic and firefighter has evolved. You know, you can just kind of see through all the equipment, you know, especially with the Emergency 1 equipment. I mean, that was like state of the art, you know, the actual mobile unit, that orange case, that big orange case you see where you could talk to the doctors and then give the diagnosis like right on the spot there. So it's just really cool to see all this. And look at all these fire trucks. I mean, it's like a giant what do you call it? Metal tin toy shop or something. That's what it looks like, kind of. But again, I want to thank everybody, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thanks again for watching my videos.